There comes a moment in every life when the door swings open, not by your power, not by your effort, not by your strategy, but by the hand of God Himself. And when He opens a door, no one, no enemy, no circumstance, no demon in hell can shut it. Think about it. The God who spoke galaxies into existence is the same God who holds the keys to every door in your life. The Word says in Revelation 3:7, "What He opens, no one can shut, and what He shuts, no one can open." That's not a suggestion. That's a declaration. That means the door He opens is irrevocable, unchangeable, unstoppable. When God opens a door, no one can close it. This truth is anchored in the unshakable authority of God. The doors He opens are not ordinary doors. They are divine assignments, supernatural opportunities, and breakthroughs that no power on earth or in hell can stop. When God opens a door, it is not dependent on the approval of people, the circumstances around you, or the resources you have. It is completely based on His sovereign will. People may plot against you, systems may work against you, and circumstances may rise like mountains in front of you. But when God decides to open a door, every obstacle becomes powerless. You don't have to manipulate or strive in your own strength to keep it open because it is God who holds the key. The scripture says in Revelation 3:7, "What He opens, no one can shut, and what He shuts, no one can open." This is not a mere statement. It is a heavenly decree that overrides every earthly opposition. When He opens the door, no enemy can sabotage it, no jealousy can hinder it, no demon can stop it, and no failure from your past can cancel it. It is beyond human interference because it is authored by God Himself. Think about the story of Joseph. His brothers sold him, Potiphar's wife falsely accused him, and he was thrown into prison. Every door seemed shut, and by human calculation, his life appeared to be over. But when the appointed time came, God opened a door that no one could shut. Pharaoh summoned him from the prison to the palace, and in one day, Joseph went from being a prisoner to becoming the second most powerful man in Egypt. His brothers could not stop it, his enemies could not prevent it, and the prison chains could not hold him back because the door was opened by God. That is the kind of door God opens, doors that no man can close. When God opens a door for you, even if the entire world stands against you, they cannot prevail. People may try to shut it, but they will fail. They may try to discredit you, but their words will fall to the ground because the favor of God speaks louder than their accusations. They may try to remove you from the position, but the hand of God is stronger than their plans. You don't need to fight for the door to stay open. Your assignment is to walk through it with faith and obedience because the one who opened it is also the one who sustains it. This truth should remove fear, anxiety, and doubt from your heart because your future does not rest in the hands of men, but in the hands of God. And when He opens the door, it will remain open until His purpose in your life is fulfilled. Closed doors are often misunderstood as rejection or punishment, but in reality, they are part of God's divine process of preparation. When a door closes, it can be frustrating, painful, and confusing, especially when you have prayed and believed that it was the right path, but God never closes a door without purpose. Every closed door is a sign that He is aligning something greater for you, something that requires the right time, the right place, and the right conditions. The delay you experience is not a denial of your destiny. It is the setup for something far beyond what you imagined. God knows what you cannot see. He knows the traps ahead, the wrong opportunities that would harm you, and the doors that look good but would lead you away from His best. When He closes a door, He is protecting you from something that could derail your purpose. Think of David when he wanted to build the temple for God. His desire was noble, his heart was pure, and yet God said no. To David, that closed door might have been disappointing, but it was not rejection. It was redirection. God had something else in mind. The temple would be built, but by his son Solomon. That closed door prepared David to focus on gathering resources and securing peace so that Solomon could fulfill the mission. In the same way, the doors that close in your life may not be the end of your dream. They may simply be a shift in God's plan, leading you to a better outcome. Closed doors also prepare your character. If God opens certain doors too soon, you might not be ready to handle what's on the other side. He uses the waiting season to build patience, endurance, and humility. Joseph waited in prison for years before stepping into the palace because God was shaping him to lead a nation. Had the door opened earlier, immaturity could have destroyed him. The same is true for you. God will never open a door that you are not ready to walk through. He is more concerned about who you are becoming than how quickly you arrive. During the season of closed doors, it is easy to feel forgotten. You might pray and hear silence, knock and feel nothing move, but silence is not absence. God is working behind the scenes, orchestrating details, moving people, and aligning circumstances for your good. The closed door you are facing today may be the very thing that saves you from unnecessary pain and positions you for supernatural favor tomorrow. So instead of forcing doors open or becoming bitter when they shut, trust that God is in control. His timing is perfect, and when He finally opens the right door, you will see why every other one had to remain closed. When God opens a door, no one can close it because His authority is absolute and His will is unshakable. The doors that God opens are not subject to the approval of people, the power of circumstances, or the limitations of your past. They are doors established by divine decree, and nothing in heaven or earth can override His decision. Revelation 3:7 declares, "What He opens, no one can shut, and what He shuts, no one can open." This means that when God determines to bring you into a new season, a new opportunity, or a new level of favor, no opposition can stop it. There is no authority higher than His. Human beings may try to block you, systems may try to exclude you, and forces of darkness may rise against you, but when God says yes, their plans crumble into dust. You don't need to manipulate or strive to make things happen when God is the one holding the keys, because the same God who opens the door also sustains it. Consider how many times in life people have faced closed doors and thought it was the end, only to see God make a way where there was no way. The Red Sea was a wall of impossibility before the Israelites, but when God opened that door, no army of Pharaoh could stop them from walking through on dry ground. Daniel was thrown into a den of lions, a situation that seemed final, but God opened a door of deliverance and shut the mouths of the lions instead. When God acts, every force that tries to oppose Him becomes powerless. His timing may not align with your own expectations, but when He moves, it will be undeniable. Joseph's story is another testimony of this truth. For years he lived through betrayal, slavery, and imprisonment. Every door in his life seemed closed, and by human reasoning, his dreams were impossible. But when God opened the door, it happened suddenly and dramatically. One day he was in prison, and the next day he was in the palace, second in command of all Egypt. No brother's jealousy, no false accusation, and no prison bars could shut what God had ordained. This is the reality of a God-opened door. It does not depend on circumstances, and it cannot be stopped by man. This truth should remove fear and anxiety from your heart. You do not need to fear the opinions of others, the limitations of your background, or the failures of your past, because none of these can cancel the plan of God for your life. When He opens a door, He guarantees that it will remain open for as long as His purpose requires. No power of darkness, no scheme of man, and no mistake of yours can override the authority of the one who holds the keys. All you need to do is trust Him, walk by faith, and step through when the opportunity comes, because the door He opens is unstoppable. So I declare to you today, get ready. The door is about to open, and when it does, no one can close it. Not your past, not your critics, not your enemies, no one. Because the God of heaven holds the keys, and when He says yes, the universe has to agree. Walk boldly, ladies and gentlemen, because the door is opening, and it's your time.